Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebel Brick. Today we're going to be working in the factory that we're making. I've got a couple things I've got to shoot here. I've got to get them kind of done for work. Kind of say I've got to make a presentation and that for training. So we are going to use our Legos mainly because uh, I can't have people actually on the machines the way I'm kind of proposing to do here. So um, I'm going to kind of back this up a little bit so I can get my figure in there, and hopefully you guys can see how this kind of works. So I cheat a little bit, seeing that that's just an arm. I can kind of twist that out. I will put our gentleman in here. I'm turning his head at the moment. Okay, so I can sit him in here. All right, so now we got to get some hijinks going here. I've got to get a couple things done that, like I said, I can't really do in real life. First of all, I'd be really violating OSHA's policies, and I'd probably get fired from work if I was doing this in real life. So, Lego is going to have to be the way we do it, and that's what we're working on here today. Um, this is really for training, so just kind of doing this so we have an understanding of how things kind of work and go from there. So I will grab a figure here. Let's see. All right. This is actually from one of the, oops, get him in a frame here for you. I think that's Owen Brady from one of the Jurassic World videos. So we're going to move him. I'm going to try and do this over here, and I got to move some paper. So this is part of the reason why we have the factory. We can do a lot of hijinks here. We can have some fun and silliness, and we can kind of go from there. So I'm going to position this so it's all staged up. I'm going to move you over here so you can see. And let's see here. Here we are. Oops. I don't know if I can get this in here very well. The problem is it's a big machine. I got to figure out how to get that a little bit smaller. Wow. It does not want to focus on one, does it? Alright, well, let's see if I can move them a little bit more. Trying to get it so that way it works a little bit better. Okay. So I will have it here like that. Maybe I should move the arms up. I got a training presentation because, like I said, I'm doing this for work and this is all for fun, but I don't want anyone getting hurt. I've got to get a couple pictures in here, so we'll figure out how to do this, and this looks like this should hopefully work for one of them. So we're going to use that for trying not to back up to anyone that's near a fixed object, which is never a good thing. And then I got to do some blocking of stairs, so I'll move my earplug, which is my kind of road cones here, safety cones. Those are just earplugs, so they work out pretty good. Let's see, how do we do this? I gotta move some stuff out of the way here. We're gonna kind of go with something like this, maybe something. Yeah, I think that lightens that up or brings that up a little bit better. So we're gonna grab that. And then I've got to have passengers. We're not supposed to have any passengers when we drive these things. Like I said, this is all for training. So we're gonna try and get someone to ride on here with them. Let's see, we got, if you swing this around and you guys can see, of course it's trying to figure out where my camera is here. Okay. So we got Kelvin in the driver's seat here. I don't think I ever really gave this gentleman a name, but sheesh, I need both hands to try and get him in here. Gotta stick them on here. And then I'm breaking the forks. I'm doing wonderful. All right. Kind of get that good. We don't want to have any passengers. That's kind of prohibited. Okay. And then I've got to get pedestrians, because we got to watch out for pedestrians. Or as I joke around and I'll say pedestrians, those diseased walking people. All right. So we got our forks back on here. So we got to watch out for people walking. So we got to get a couple people walking here. And as I lose a hat on my guy, we'll have a young lady. We'll have her hands up like, oh my God, he's going to hit us. And we're going to have one of the other guys walking with her. So we got Hector with her as they're kind of walking. We're going to pick this up and we're going to kind of go over here like this because I think that's probably appropriate. Boy, is he sit up high compared to them. I actually drive machines like this at work, so the machines I drive, they're crowns, and that's what this is for. So we actually have the cab that goes 30 feet up in the air. It is kind of fun. It's not for people that are kind of afraid of heights, so that wouldn't work too well for people. But then we have to give some people rides. I figured if I just had some people sitting on the back here, so we'll take the same two individuals, the young lady and Hector here, and they'll be sitting here kind of riding on the back. Sorry, it's not in view for you. So then we have those two riding on the back. It's going to be for one picture. And then I got to do another one. I figured I'd need at least two, if not three. So I got to figure out how else do we have people riding on here, right? So we'll have someone sit on the top. See if they're going to be on top. Why don't I get somebody with a hard hat so it looks like someone doing some maintenance or something up there. So we swing around. Sorry about the quick view. All right, and then we got them sitting up there. They think it's a double-decker bus apparently. And I think the third one will. Whoops. I think we'll have them sit here on the forks like I had them standing before. So we'll have them sitting there on the forks. And I think that should probably work. If I look out, I think, as I'm trying to understand a lot more of this stuff, and maybe I mess up, maybe I don't. If I have to redo it, I'll redo it. But I think I can actually take it from the video, because I know there's ways to do it. People do it all the time. I'm just not very technical savvy on all that stuff. All right. Now I need to have someone trying to stand on a pallet. So I'm going to get this up in the air, which is the beautiful thing. So let me zoom this out here. It's not really zooming out. I'm just kind of holding it back. Because when I made this one, I've actually got the line here, so I can raise him up. The only limitation is, and I think I said this before when I was doing it, I can't get the cab to go up that high. That's what I'd like to be able to do. But unfortunately, I'm just not able to do it. So, you got to make do with what you can do. Now I got to get a skid. So I'm going to get our skid. Put our skid here. And I'll get his arms down. Hope I'm going to raise this one up. And get him close to the... There. To be honest, when I was designing these, I did not design it trying to have the skid on there as much as I did the other one. My older one, I designed that one a little bit more, trying to have the skid on there, but I was doing different things trying to figure out how to get this to work. So one of the things we don't want to do though is we don't want to have somebody up on the lift with her standing on a skid. Got someone standing on top of the cab. I think I got everything. The only thing I don't have is someone with a ladder. Unfortunately, I don't have a ladder, so I will have to figure something out about that and get that done later. But to finish up the video, because I've been working on everything, and I'm going to pull our turret lift out of here. We got the murals up here a little bit more. Got all that kind of taped in there. And then we got our break room in here. So got our break room. These are just plates on top, so I can take these off. And I'm going to have offices on top there, so that'll kind of work. I did shorten the walls here a little bit. I got to get a table in there, but we got a refrigerator. And then we got the men's and women's bathrooms. I do have a toilet in each one. I don't have a sink or anything else to do in there. As I come over, we got our little stretch wrapper. And we have our racking here. So we have some racking on the side. And as I spin around, you see that there is a little space there so we don't run into it with our forklift. And as we go over on the other side here, I've got some roll stock of what would be our cardboard for making our boxes for our figures right underneath a mezzanine, and I'm going to try and get an office on top of here. So here's the entry. If I can do this without shaking the camera too much, I'll grab my paper off of here. So this is all kind of done together. So I can lift all this up, and I can set it off to the side. And then we have a reception desk, so I will get a receptionist in there. We have a door going into the plant, and then we have a doorway going into the entryway. The only problem I don't have is a extra door at the moment. I think if I scratch around inside my big box of spare parts and that, I could probably find one, but I'll have to do some real digging in there. But with that being said, this is our plant so far. This is what we're doing. I got some more comics I got to do this weekend, and I got to get some space ones, so we'll get going on that, and we'll get them out to you. Thank you for watching Rebel Brick. I appreciate you doing it. We'll catch you next time. Keep bricking.